Welcome everybody out to video number 8 for the Takt Production System for Students series, and today I'm going to talk about look ahead planning and weekly work planning, and we're here on this same board, and this will be the 8th video that will reference the content on this board, and we will also have test 8 and syllabus 8 once this is recorded. And so I've got a lot of really cool stuff that I want to share with you here today, and I'm pretty stoked about it. So first and foremost, I want you to know that weekly work planning and the look ahead planning happen in the Trade Partner Weekly Tactical. And in the book Takt, Steering and Control, which is now in English and in Spanish, that book has the actual rundown of how you go through that meeting and do those two very specific tasks. But I've put in here the Trade Partner Weekly Tactical agenda for you to reference. And I want you to pay attention to a couple of things here just as we go forward. That once you do your shout outs, your lightning round, your safety topic, review the macro level TAC plan, right? And then you review last week and current progress. You will create your weekly work plan. That's actually a part of this meeting. And you will actually do look ahead planning with your 6-week make ready look ahead. Now this can be a 4-week or a 5-week. Both of those are fine with me. The bottom line that I want to share is that it is a part of the agenda and the main focus of that agenda. The place where it takes place, where it happens, is in the trailer. So we're still there, and I'm going to show you a little bit of fun stuff like I have been with Minecraft, showing a job site and how the workflow goes. But the bottom line is you will do your weekly team meeting, your strategic planning and procurement meeting, and then your trade partner weekly tactical right over here inside the office, and then the afternoon foreman huddle in the office. Then when you go to the morning worker huddle, you're out in the field, and then area boards communicate any information that you want to for that specific area, and then crew boards are for the crew. So I just want to make sure that everybody's still placed in the right meeting structure there and that we know what we're doing. The cool thing that I want to show you now is how the conference room is set up for that. And I don't like the single wide trailers. I hope we have at least a double wide or larger. But it does fit into single wide trailers, and we can help you out with that if you ever need it. But the bottom line is, for the conference room layout, I love to have on the left wall the part 1 coverage, team, and focus boards. And then to have the part 2 flow and weekly work plan deliveries board. Okay. Then in the front to have your discuss and solve boards and your 2 screens up front. And then over here to the right, you can have your board, your poll planning area, and your agendas. And you'll see over here, we have the Trade Partner Weekly Tactical Agenda, just like I showed you before. But the bottom line here is you are going to use this in a very specific way. And actually, I'll go ahead and use this as a guide for us before we move on, and I actually show you the Minecraft portion of it. As we've talked about before and in other works, your Team Weekly Tactical will be where you balance and build the team. Then your Strategic Planning and Procurement meeting, that's where you're going to be reviewing your macro level TAC plan and making sure your procurement is aligned. And just an FYI, the InTakt application now, the software, has a procurement log for you to do that. And we're in the Trade Partner Weekly Tactical. And in that Trade Partner Weekly Tactical, we're going to make sure that we have a weekly work plan and look ahead planning out ahead. And so this will enable us then to go do the foreman daily huddle where we're planning every day, and then will give us the ability to communicate to the workers in the morning worker huddle. So that's really crucial for me to make sure that we have the right cadence and that we're flowing the right things in the right order all the way to the foreman and to the crews. So when we're in InTakt, and I'm just going to use a lean built project West Fillmore as an example, this is after the macro and the pull plan that optimized that macro phase into a norm phase. And what you can do here, as you already know, inside the production plan, you can zoom in and out, you can manage this, it's all quite remarkable, and then you simply go over here to export, and you can export the look ahead plan and click on and off any phases that you want or maybe don't want and isolate that down. And one of the things that I want to show you here, let's actually just make it simple here. Let's look at task or wagon 56. That's the work there is shear walls. Or we could actually do another one, A1 for the exterior, and say for air barrier or air and vapor barrier, whatever you have on your project, how can we go ahead and make this ready in the next 3, 4, 5, or 6 weeks? And I love this filter that shows you those different durations. I personally love the 6-week make ready look ahead, and I love that we have access to the zone maps down here below. The idea is to use this filter to make work ready, and it should come directly from the production plan. And this is the tool that we'll talk about in a minute that you'll actually print out, and you'll make sure that you're using it with each foreman. And then now let me go ahead and export a work plan. And again, I love this work plan because you can get in here and highlight any phases that you want and look out just 1 week or the next 2 weeks. And it breaks out every activity into individual lines. And then this little handshake symbol shows where the handoffs are. And one of the things that I love is that if you actually have work plan, if you ever use the work plan function in InTakt, and you add subtasks, they will show up in here for you to coordinate as a part of your weekly work plan in your trade partner weekly tactical. So this is absolutely remarkable. So these are the printouts. Let me just go ahead and show generally how this is to be done when we're looking at Minecraft. This was the construction project in the environment that we talked about that creates our meeting flow that goes all the way to the workers in the morning worker huddle. But the trade partner weekly tactical is when you have inside the room the superintendent, assistant supers, field engineers, and then especially all of the foremen. And what you'll do here as a part of the meeting, just like we talked about before, is before the meeting even starts, you'll come over here to your boards to the left. And what you'll do is if you've already planned your team for the week, you'll come over here and you'll have your trade partners, your foremen, or you'll ask them nicely to put up red magnets on the boards for any problems that they're experiencing, any roadblocks. And these roadblocks will become the bulk of your agenda. You're going to solve roadblocks as the bulk of your agenda. But you will, in your screens up at the front, will do 2 specific things. And those 2 specific things deal with your look ahead and your weekly work plan. So when you're in here in the software, you can either bring up, like I talked to you about before, the look ahead and do this with them, or have them in front of printouts. You can actually print these out for them, which I actually prefer. And what you're going to do is set a timer, and I would say probably 5 or 10 minutes, and say, hey, I would like each of you trade partners, this is the work that you've already coordinated in the pull plan. This is the work you've already coordinated in the pull plan. Please go ahead and take all of your activities and make sure that you're ready all the way to 6 weeks out, and that you have the needed items. And if you don't, and there's something wrong that's going to take place in the next 6 weeks that will not prepare that activity, we can turn that into a roadblock. And one of the cool things that I like to do is to have this specific page up on the board, this specific page up on one of the screens or the board or the wall, or you can actually tape them down to each seat on the table. And you're going to say, these 17 things are required for each of your activities. And if each of these 17 things are not on track, then we have a problem, and that will be a roadblock that we'll want to identify and fix. The second thing that you'll do inside that Trade Partner Weekly Tactical is go ahead and make sure that the weekly work plan is fully coordinated. Now, as you go through this and you have each trade talk to their activities, or you talk through them and ask them if they're ready, however you want to run the meeting, if there are adjustments, then you can simply just pop out of here and then go into the specific activities and make adjustments. But the weekly work plan should not be created from whole cloth. Like the trade partner, you shouldn't have said, hey, trade partner, go give me your weekly work plan. The weekly work plan is already filtered out of your production plan, because this production plan is from the pull plan, and we don't have to do over processing. We don't have to do rework. It's automatically filtered out from the production plan. Now, are we going to shove this down their throat simply because they did the pull plan with us? No. As we're going through this, if there are activities that need to move, we can move them right now in the application. And the key is that we coordinate those handoffs to make sure that each trade partner is committing themselves and promising trade to trade that that specific thing will happen. And we do it all right here inside this application. And once we're done doing the roadblock removal and coordinating on our screens, and we've gone around the room to make sure that all the foremen are happy and we have a really good 6-week ramp and we've got a coordinated weekly work plan, we can go ahead and leave the meeting. Now, one of the things I want to tell you is if you don't have InTakt, we do have free templates here for you. I'll go to elevateconstructionist.com and we come over here to resources. And we'll also put it in the description for you, but you go down here to Excel, and you're going to want the norm template. We're constantly improving these for you, okay? And what you're going to do is you'll pop on here. You will enable the macros once it comes up, and there are macro instructions here. It'll tell you exactly how to use the look ahead in the weekly work plan. And what you have is this weekly work plan tab and this 6-week look ahead tab that are automatic. So if you are referencing the full norm schedule for your production plan in Excel, you can automatically create the weekly work plan and the 6-week look ahead here in Excel. You also have a manual tab if you want to copy it over manually. I'm not going to go through this in detail because we're constantly improving these templates, but I do want you to know that in the current templates, we've answered the question, hey, if you're not using InTakt, which we really want you to use, is there a workaround? Yes, you can use the Excel templates. I do want to say that you have the agenda here. Remember, shoutouts, lightning round, safety topic, review the TAC plan, last week, current progress, weekly work plan, look ahead, and then you're going to solve any of those roadblocks that we talked about, right? Anything that came up through that process or that the trades already brought to the meeting ahead of time, you'll go through these one by one because you already have magnets and you'll solve those. Now, if you and the foreman are able to solve those, fine, just get rid of the magnet. But if this is a problem that you and the foreman can't solve, that issue is going to come over here, and it's either going to be listed as an item for the foreman to solve, right? Or it will become a part of the team Scrum board where your project delivery team will help you to remove that roadblock. Okay, let me take you through some of the cool content over here that we have prepared for you. We've gone ahead and exported this out from the book. Just know that we're freezing this in time. We are constantly updating the books, but this is frozen in time. Let me talk about these different tools that I just referenced. Okay, so when we go ahead and review last week, here's the point that I want to make. We need to know how we're trending, and so we need to look at the week before the current week. So this is where we are right now. This last week, if we didn't hit some of these items, we need to make sure that we're looking at those variances and those root causes and making sure that we are taking any lessons learned forward. And once we have those root causes, we can start to do things differently. And remember, this weekly work plan thing is a little bit weird because, well, it's not weird, it's just how it is, but the last week is the week before, the current week is the week that you're in and you're executing, and the next week is the week that you're planning. So I just want to make sure that that's 100% understood and accurate. And so what you'll want to do is review current progress, and that means now that you've already reviewed last week and you've looked at anything that you didn't accomplish, the variance, the root causes, and any activities that maybe need to roll forward, then you're going to look at the current week. Remember, you're right here. And you're going to look at the current week, and you're going to see how we're trending this week, if there's any corrections that are needed for the rest of the week, and do we need to anticipate moving anything into next week, and are there any root causes that will affect the decisions that we're making for next week? Okay, so hopefully that's pretty clear for us. And then what we want to do is make sure that as we're creating the next weekly work plan, that we are coordinating the weekly work plan out ahead, meaning the week in front of you, to where everything is agreed to by the trades from the pull plan and adjusted accordingly. Okay, so that's absolutely crucial. And one of the things that I want to make sure that we're doing here is that we are looking specifically at handoffs. So let's go ahead and talk about this right now. We need to make sure that each trade partner makes commitments based on what's possible. Make sure trades know they are making promises and to other contractors, and that we're making any adjustments that are needed for them to make those promises, and that we're following lean principles in doing so. Okay? So that's absolutely crucial for us to know. And so we'll dig into the details here. Let me give you a couple of these. Let's look at number one. Wagon A is 1 day ahead and asks permission to move the different zones 1 day early. Let's look at a different conversation. Number 2, Wagon C needs to finish a few things and can work with Wagon D without affecting them. Let's look at conversation number 3. Wagon Crew E will finish this zone 1 day late, but it will not affect the other trades and they can catch up. Conversation number 4. Wagon B crew will be out on Friday but plan to finish on Tuesday next week. These are the types of conversations that you're going to have. And remember, write down roadblocks as you go so you can solve them. Once you have all this figured out and you have your weekly work plan locked in, you can lock it in and print it out and share those PDFs in programs like Procore, or send them out in your day plan to your trade partners and by email. Okay? So this is how you work through that information, and remember the bare minimum requirements for your weekly work plan. Now, your make ready look ahead plan. I love the way this looks because I want to make this point. Your weekly work plan is your execution nearest to your data date. You're 6 weeks out. This is where you're trying to find roadblocks. And between your weekly work plan and when you find roadblocks 6 weeks out is when you're trying to solve roadblocks, right? So number 1, in the Trade Partner Weekly Tactical, you will work to find and remove roadblocks. You will be making work ready inside this window. And then by the time you hit this means that it should be roadblock free, except for anything that would happen, obviously, that immediate day. And these look-ahead plans are formatted to represent that same flow from the production plan in the Takt format. And make sure that we're following that format, please. When you're using the look-ahead plan like we talked about before, you want to use these make-ready lists. There are 17 items, and if you want further descriptions, we have them in here. And if there's problems, we're still looking for roadblocks. We need to make sure that we're solving those with the foreman, right? And if we can't solve them with the foreman, we actually put them on the project delivery team Scrum board for the project delivery team to solve. And what I really want to make clear as we close this out is that you're looking at, I call them rolling horizons or strategic horizons, right? Anything within the next 3 months or 12 weeks out must be pull planned. Anything within the green in the next 6 weeks must be a part of your make ready look ahead planning. Anything 3 weeks out in the yellow must be a part of a pre-con meeting. And anything inside the blue here 1 week out must be a part of the weekly work plan. Now I like to look at it as today forward, and Kate likes to look at it backwards, right? So like this is the preparatory way of looking at it. This is the, I would say, retrospective or the retroactive way of looking at it. So some people might find this concept easier to understand if we look at what should have taken place from today. Either way, however you look at it, you have to look at this in strategic horizons or rolling horizons. And make sure that you're using your make ready look ahead plan to make work ready, find and remove roadblocks, and that you're using your weekly work plan to make commitments and to coordinate handoffs. And that's really the gist of it. And if you use these tools like we've shown you here, you are going to be successful. If you want to have some fun, whoever's doing this with you, your professor, your company trainer, your facilitator, yourself, by yourself, it's totally fine. I highly recommend that you, from your production plan, practice exporting out the look ahead and the weekly work plan, and practice finding and removing roadblocks, and determine for yourself where and when you'll host these meetings to interface with your foreman. Either way, I hope you love this content because everything is for the purpose of getting to the look ahead and weekly work plan so that then we can plan every day to execute work in the field. I hope you've enjoyed this video. On we go.